Hello, beautiful soul. Take a deep sigh breath into the belly, up to the heart and the head. Then exhale, letting go, relaxing, releasing. Just take beautiful, deep sigh breaths, bringing it into the pelvic area, the belly, the heart, the head, and then exhaling out through the nose or the mouth like a balloon where you just release the air. You just let it go. You just let it out. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose or the mouth, and feel a willingness. I'm willing to enjoy my life more. I'm willing to feel good because feeling good works. Feeling good allows you to access your wisdom, your inner guidance, your knowledge. It's this beautiful free space where you're no longer controlled by your past. I think of a client who came to me because she was sick with overwhelm, pressure, anxiety about her child. Her child had been given this label. They were getting all kinds of different unflattering reports about their child at school, disrupting class, all these labels and all these pronouncements about their kid and the future and how they needed to get their child under control and do this and that. And they felt awful. They felt scared. They felt afraid. And the first place I started was with this technique. You're making it a big deal. It's just not the big deal that you're thinking it is. That what your teachers or the administrators say is truly none of your business. It's just not your deal. Don't take it so seriously. And then I redirected to positive memories. Tell me all the positive things about your child. Tell me all their gifts, their talents, their abilities. Let's focus in on those memories instead. And by doing this, you could see this being, this woman, completely and totally let go and relax. That she started to laugh, to feel good. Because that's kind of shocking sometimes when you say to somebody, it's just not the big deal that you're making it. And I have seen this technique work again and again, like the woman that was going to travel a long distance from abroad back to the United States with her family. And she hadn't been back in decades. It felt very heavy and serious that she was feeling dread, sickness to her stomach. And we completely turned it around quickly, effortlessly, and easily by interrupting that attachment to the old memories, the old patterns of thought, so that that was no longer something that their mind had to focus on. Keep taking those beautiful sigh breaths. And on the exhale, just feel a sense of release and a willingness to let go. I have used this technique again and again, and I've seen people turn it around. And I'm going to teach you this technique right now. Let's start off with our deep belly sigh breath. And on the exhale, let go, release. So where we start first is with a joyful, positive memory, or you go to something that feels just so completely ridiculous, playful, fun, wild. Maybe you think of a sitcom where they just did something completely ridiculous and it made you giggle. It took you to a place of just this wonderful laugh, going to a memory of where you just felt such euphoria. You felt this expansive, light feeling. See if you can't go to those memories. Keep taking the beautiful, deep belly breaths in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth or the nose, and be willing. I'm willing to interrupt those old patterns of thought. I'm willing to redirect to positive, playful, joyful, feel-good feelings, right? Don't make things such a big deal. I think of another client where she came to me with something that I'm not going to get into the detail with, but felt very big and very serious. And when I suggested to her, oh, it's just not the big deal, you're making it. Now, we don't have to take this so seriously. And it was such a surprise and shock to her, where society had told her she did need to make a big deal out of this. This was serious. And by going to that beautiful place, I could see like that hot air balloon that releases its weights. She just started to float up. Her energy, her demeanor completely and totally changed. Be willing to interrupt your negative thoughts or memories with not making it such a big deal. I think of a client who started to go to this story about she had money issues. She had such big problems. And I said to her, you don't have money problems. And then she went to a place where she just laughed. I don't. And we redirected to memories of all the prosperity and abundance that she had brought in. And it changed everything. Just permission not to feed those negative stories, permission to release and let go. So again, keep taking those beautiful, deep belly breaths in, the sigh breath. And on the exhale, just let the sound of my voice guide you into a beautiful, light, freeing feeling. I have seen people come, parents with their kids, and just feel this weight, this heaviness. I have seen their children turn around quickly, something that they felt was impossible or so serious. When we go to that light and freeing state, that's where we access our intelligence, our clarity, infinite intelligence, solutions, ideas, our sense of humor, our wisdom, that you are a spiritual being in human form. And take those beautiful, deep sigh breaths in. And then on the exhale, feel a letting go and a release. Redirect right now to a memory that feels just goofy, giggly, playful, joyful, happy, free. Have fun experimenting, exploring. So maybe you found yourself making something a really big deal. I think of the client that came with issues with his ex-wife in custody. And we started off with the same place. Let's just not make it such a big deal. Let's not buy into a sense of seriousness. Let's let that go. And we went back and forth to giggly feelings, playful feelings, ridiculous feelings. Because the beautiful deal is what I know, when they let go of that attachment to the seriousness, where they look for what's wrong, where they build it up, that's the place where we don't find the clarity, the wisdom, the knowledge, the insights. So have fun exploring and experimenting and playing with it. If it doesn't feel right for you, then don't use this technique. It's like if it feels uncomfortable, then don't use it. Feel that sense of you're free. You get to do what you want. Check with your counselor or doctor or provider. Let's take that beautiful, deep belly breath in. And on the exhale, just enjoy the sigh. Feel every time you do a sigh breath and keep doing those beautiful sighs. Feel this energy of lightness, of playfulness, of freedom. The past is the past, and you weren't destined to relive it or repeat it. That it really is safe to let go, to set yourself free so that you can access the preferences and the knowledge and the clarity and the wisdom. That the beautiful deal is from that place of feeling good, feeling that sense of centeredness, well-being, and peace. We see from a higher perspective, a broader perspective. I have seen what people might label as serious and heavy. And I don't want to go to those places of kind of labeling them. I want to keep this recording fairly neutral, but I have seen them turn it around by interrupting those memories with the ridiculousness, with the playfulness, with not making it such a big deal. People that were in deep, deep financial debt, where they were labeling themselves, all kinds of negative labels, carrying guilt and shame for past financial mistakes or what they labeled as dumb or stupid choices. And letting that go, what a relief. How freeing. Because when you're in that place where you feel good, where you feel centered and peaceful, you make better choices, that it can be fun to focus on problems because now you see it as solutions and clarity and answers. So one woman who was in some deep, deep debt, she ended up feeling open and receptive enough to go into bankruptcy. I have seen people pay it off in creative and innovative ways. I have seen people do things like create a budget, make more money, because it doesn't take you to a place where you just do more stupid things, where you act from a place of more lack. I have seen people that had different abuse from the past. It's like from that place of releasing and interrupting those old negative memories, focusing on the ridiculousness or the playfulness, redirecting to the positive memories, the good feelings. Like one woman who, as she let that go, she was able to release her binging, to eat from a place of balance. This is beautiful stuff. There's all kinds of different ways to get to the same place. So again, if this one doesn't feel right to you, no big deal. Welcome to the human race. You're free. You get to decide. You get to choose. So again, just to be clear, I'm not saying relive that past memory, but when you start to think about those negative feelings, redirect, like changing the channel on a radio station, redirect to a different memory. It could be a sitcom. You might go again and again to a moment, a ridiculous, surprising moment in a sitcom that made you giggle and laugh, and you just redirect from that. Then you're interrupting that pattern of thought. Do it again and again. And I've seen this in my own life and in clients' life, it dissipates. So, for instance, I think about how I used to have memories about my brother that felt so serious, and it made me feel like I was a victim. And I redirected. I interrupted that pattern. As soon as I was going to start to go to a memory like that, I redirected. I changed the radio station to something that felt really good. Let's keep taking those beautiful, deep sigh belly breaths. And on the release, let it go, let it go. I am willing to change the channel, to redirect to soft light thoughts, to not take things so seriously, to not make things such a big deal. I have seen a client turn around their relationship with their mom by not taking her own thoughts so seriously. I don't have to make this such a big deal. I don't have to take my thoughts so seriously. I can redirect, and she redirected to joyful memories, to playful feelings about her kids, maybe giggling and laughing over something that they had done once. Have fun with this. Wake up in the morning and think about memories that you can direct to that feel really good, that make you laugh or giggle or just bring you to a place of playfulness and joy, or take you to a euphoric, joyful, expansive state. So maybe you've experienced an expansive feeling where you felt, you knew that God, source, infinite intelligence, this higher unconditional love energy existed and was there. You felt it and you experienced it. You're doing beautifully. You're doing beautifully. Keep taking those belly breaths in and be willing. I am willing to redirect to beautiful thoughts, playful feelings. And how do we get to that place of being able to redirect? Become familiar with those joyful, happy, playful thoughts. Sometimes I'll think of just something that makes me giggle and laugh that somebody said, and I relive it again and again. Then you can use that as a wonderful tool to redirect when you feel some negative fixating thought coming up, where you feel yourself taking things so heavy and seriously, where you feel a sense of overwhelm or pressure. Redirect to these feelings that feel good. All right. Thank you for joining in. Be sure to check out my other YouTube playlists. I also have hypnosis meditations to fall asleep to. I have more Joy Shot tutorials that teach you the self-hypnosis technique. I have research-proven breathing to take these science-proven breaths that bring in calm and centeredness and turn it into a self-hypnosis tool so that you start to associate more potent and positive feelings. And you can use this tool throughout your day, in your life, and to take you into deeper meditative states. So, like my channels or the video, subscribe to it. That blesses me and it encourages me to make more videos. Blessings and love.